For centuries, the final resting place of Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of Egypt, has remained one of history's most captivating mysteries. Ancient texts offered vague clues, but her tomb, believed to be shared with her Roman lover Mark Antony, vanished from the historical record. Many scholars believed it was lost forever beneath the modern city of Alexandria, submerged by the sea or destroyed by time. However, one archaeologist, Dr. Kathleen Martinez, held a different theory. For nearly 2 decades, her gaze was fixed on a site 25 miles west of the city, the Temple of Taposiris Magna. This ancient complex, dedicated to the god Osiris and the goddess Isis, with whom Cleopatra so famously identified, seemed a logical and sacred choice for her eternal rest. The temple complex itself is a place steeped in ancient power and significance. Founded around 280 BC by Ptolemy II, it was a major religious center during the Hellenistic period, a time when Greek and Egyptian cultures merged. Dr. Martinez's long and patient excavation, a joint effort between Dominican and Egyptian teams, has been a slow and methodical process of peeling back the layers of sand and time. The team believed that Cleopatra, a brilliant strategist, would have arranged for a secret burial to protect her remains from her Roman enemies, who would have undoubtedly sought to desecrate them. The search at Taposiris Magna was a testament to unwavering belief, a conviction that the secrets of the last queen lay hidden somewhere within its sacred grounds, waiting for the right moment to be revealed to the world. The site is vast and complex, featuring not only the main temple, but also a large cemetery and a remarkable underground tunnel. Discovered in 2022, this tunnel stretches for over 4,000 feet, an incredible feat of ancient engineering that experts have called a geometric miracle. It was this tunnel that reinforced Dr. Martinez's hypothesis. Perhaps it was a secret passage, a route used to transport the queen's body to a hidden chamber after her death in 30 BC. The landscape around the temple is also marked by the scars of history, with parts of the complex submerged by earthquakes that rocked the region centuries ago, adding another layer of difficulty to the already monumental task of searching for a single, lost tomb. Years of meticulous work yielded many important but inconclusive finds. Coins bearing Cleopatra's image and name were uncovered, along with pottery, amulets, and busts from the Ptolemaic era. These discoveries confirmed the site's importance during her reign, but did not point to a specific tomb. The team knew they were close, that the very ground beneath their feet held the answer they sought. The anticipation grew with each passing season as the evidence mounted, suggesting that Taposiris Magna was more than just a temple. It was a place of deep connection to Cleopatra, a final bastion of her power and her faith, and the most likely candidate for the greatest archaeological discovery of our time. The breakthrough came not with a grand announcement, but with a faint signal from an echo sounder. The device detected a void, an empty space hidden deep beneath the temple's northern wall. This was the moment the team had been working towards for years. With careful, manual excavation, they slowly cleared away the earth and rubble. After 3 painstaking days, they revealed something extraordinary, a door. It was not an ordinary entrance, but a masterpiece of concealment, carved directly into a single, massive monolith of stone, with no visible handles, hinges, or seams. This was a door designed never to be opened again, a silent guardian of whatever secrets lay beyond it, untouched for more than 2 millennia. The door itself offered the first tantalizing clues. It was covered in inscriptions that blended traditional Egyptian hieroglyphs with the Greek letters of Cleopatra's era, reflecting her dual heritage. Etched into a small circle was the delicate profile of a woman with a slender nose and a high forehead, a face that perfectly matched the portraits of Cleopatra VII seen on coins minted during her rule. To open this ancient seal, specialists were called in. Using carefully placed micro-explosives, they broke the ancient bond, revealing a narrow corridor that descended into the darkness. As the team stepped inside, they realized they were the first humans to enter this space, since it was sealed in antiquity. The air was still, and the chamber showed no signs of tomb robbers, a rarity in Egyptology. The narrow passage opened into a square room, its walls adorned with stunning frescoes. The artists had used both Egyptian and Greek paint types, another sign of the cultural fusion that defined the Ptolemaic dynasty. The chamber was not empty. Gilded fragments of what might have been furniture or paneling littered the floor, glinting in the explorers' lights. At the far end of the room stood the ultimate prize, a sarcophagus. It was perfectly intact, sealed not with simple pins, but with heavy bronze wedges and a rare, expensive mixture of frankincense and resin. This was a burial of immense wealth and importance, a clear sign that the person interred within was of the highest royal status. Inside the sarcophagus, the team found the well-preserved skeleton of an adult woman, estimated to be between 40 and 45 years old. Thin gold bracelets adorned her wrists and ankles, elegant and consistent with the fashions of the Ptolemaic court. The inner lid of the sarcophagus held another ghostly secret. A faint silhouette had been etched into the stone, its profile matching the one carved on the hidden door outside. In a hidden compartment beneath a floor slab, more remains were found. The delicate bones of a child, laid to rest with a bronze amulet of the goddess Isis. It was a scene of profound intimacy and historical weight, a sacred space frozen in time. The tomb was a treasure trove, not of gold bullion, but of priceless historical artifacts that spoke directly to the identity of the woman buried within. At the feet of the primary skeleton lay a miniature gold mask, its eyes made of blue glass and a royal cobra, the uraeus, engraved upon its brow. Nearby, a hidden bone box contained not only more bone fragments, but also a tiny mirror and miniature vessels still holding the residue of aromatic oils. Yet the most definitive proof came from a small jewel box. Inside, the team discovered dozens of miniature gold and glass amulets. Each one was a Rosetta Stone in miniature, engraved with Cleopatra's name in Greek on one side and the powerful Egyptian Eye of Horus symbol on the other. The personal nature of the artifacts was astonishing. A beautiful matte glass amulet was found, shaped like a woman's head and clearly inscribed with the words Divine Cleopatra in ancient Greek. A clay seal, once used to secure a valuable red agate vessel, depicted a queen holding a double scepter next to the goddess Isis, a scene reserved for the highest members of the Ptolemaic dynasty. There was even a gilded wooden stylus and a mirror, each engraved with the poignant Greek phrase from Cleopatra for eternity. A hairclip bore epithets uniquely associated with the queen, including Philopator, meaning father-loving, a title she proudly used to honor her lineage. These were not just royal objects, they were Cleopatra's personal belongings. Beyond the jewelry and personal items, the chamber contained texts that held even deeper secrets. Near the sarcophagus, the team found a burnt papyrus scroll. The first lines were clear, writing out Cleopatra's name and full titles in Greek. But what followed was a coded text, a mysterious mix of Greek letters, Egyptian hieroglyphs, and unknown symbols. The inner lid of the sarcophagus was also covered in inscriptions, mostly in ancient Greek, but with sections written in a cipher using numbered letters and symbols like lotuses and scorpions. This was a language meant only for the initiated, a final layer of protection for the queen's memory and her story. Researchers quickly identified the code as a checkerboard cipher, a complex system known to have been used exclusively for the secret correspondence of the Ptolemies. Its presence here was undeniable proof of a royal connection. As cryptographers worked to decipher the texts, phrases began to emerge that sent shockwaves through the academic world. Inscriptions like Daughter of Julius at the Sun and Eternal Memory in the House of Magna were pieced together. A marble slab, hidden behind a layer of plaster, held a simple but profound 6-word Greek sentence. The secret lives in the light of two gods. These coded messages were Cleopatra's final words, a puzzle left for posterity. The discovery of the tomb and its incredible contents was just the beginning. To confirm the identity of the remains, the artifacts and skeletons were subjected to rigorous scientific analysis, by multiple independent laboratories across the world. DNA testing was paramount. The results from the primary skeleton were astounding. They belonged to a woman of Semitic and Mediterranean heritage, with olive-brown eyes and black hair, who died in her early 40s, a perfect match for Cleopatra's known ancestry and age at death. Isotope analysis of her teeth revealed she had lived her entire life near Alexandria and consumed a diet of the elite, further cementing the conclusion. The mitochondrial DNA provided the most compelling link. It showed an over 80% similarity to the known remains of other Ptolemaic royal women. More incredibly, it contained a rare paired mutation that had previously only ever been identified in 2 other women from the court of Alexander the Great, the founder of the dynasty. This genetic marker was a direct link back to the origins of Ptolemaic rule in Egypt. Furthermore, DNA tests confirmed that the child's remains found in the hidden compartment were the biological offspring of the primary woman, raising heartbreaking questions about which of Cleopatra's children might have been buried with her. Following a closed scientific session in Cairo, the Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities officially recognized the find as a discovery of monumental importance, with items directly and undeniably linked to the last queen of the Ptolemaic dynasty. Of course, such a groundbreaking claim was met with intense debate among scholars. Some were initially skeptical, questioning the unusual mix of Greek and Egyptian burial traditions. However, as the overwhelming evidence from the artifacts, the decoded inscriptions, and the DNA analysis was presented, a broad consensus began to form. The combined weight of the proof was simply too powerful to ignore. The tomb of Cleopatra had, it seemed, finally been found. This discovery has fundamentally changed our understanding of Cleopatra and her world. No longer is she just a character in Roman propaganda or Hollywood films. We now have her words, her personal items, and her very DNA. The find has opened a new, more nuanced chapter in her story, revealing a queen who was deeply connected to her Egyptian faith while ruling as a Hellenistic monarch. The Taposiris Magna site, now under high security, has become the epicenter of a new wave of research into the Ptolemaic era. The discovery of Cleopatra's tomb is not just the end of a long search, it is the beginning of a new journey to understand one of history's most iconic and powerful women.